All right, friends, it's Timon, and I just came across this video. Jeremy Ethier, man. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to do a reaction video to it. So in this video, Jeremy Ethier says, the gym lifting recruiting fitness slave says, every supplement that builds muscle faster than protein. Okay, supplements build muscles? Not protein, right.
I asked a doctor of sports nutrition, cited in over 5,000 research papers with published studies on pretty much every supplement you can think of, to rank the top 8 supplements for building muscle. From the ones that actually help you pack on with size, to the ones that are just burning your cash. The goal? To find out which supplement delivers the most gains without any negative side effects.
You could argue that this is the most effective supplement on the list. These results look exactly like if you just took straight up steroids.
At the end, I'll be testing our #1 supplement on my friend.
What? Supplements don't build muscles, and muscles are post-mitotic. You cannot build muscles. You can hypertrophy muscles. You can't build them. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's building muscles. These things build muscles? You mean they hypertrophy muscles. They aid in hypertrophying them. Okay? I don't know any supplement that hypertrophies muscles other than, well, creatine. It can put water in it. You can hypertrophy the sarcoplasm, but that's not contractile proteins.
Dennis. Oh. And trust me when I say you're not going to believe how his body responds.
Look how dark he gave me.
Let's start with every gym bro's second favorite white powder, creatine. Creatine is the king of fat.
Well, creatine, the king of hypertrophying water in your muscles. Okay. You're going to build water muscles.
Results. And one of the ways it works is by pulling water into your muscles, filling them up like balloons. Now this can make you look fuller and more jacked in
fill them up like balloons. Yeah, there you go.
a matter of weeks. But does this change?
But why doesn't it build muscles? Because muscle is what? Post-mitotic. You cannot build muscle. Yeah, they don't build.
Change in appearance actually mean you gain muscle.
Definitely part of the gain in fat.
You gained muscle. He just said you blew up like a pincushion with water. And I just told you science will corroborate what I say. Muscles are post-mitotic. They do not build. So he said, now he says you build muscle. You're going to build muscle, okay?
Free mass that we see in creatine studies is due to the fact that it's coming into the muscle for extra storage, and it's bringing a little bit of water with it. We also see tangible.
It's extra storage, bringing a little water with it. It's bringing all of its water. What are we talking about?
Effects on strength and power performance, and the longer term data would suggest.
What would make it give you strength and power? I don't know. Maybe the water is stretching out the muscle fibers. Maybe. I don't know. And maybe the motor units have somewhere to go, or androgen receptors. Who knows for force production? Who the hell knows, man? It's weird. But I don't know what kind of stronger. Make you better at lifting a heavy weight? Make you physically stronger? No. You're carrying water. Make you good at lifting something? Probably. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe endurance, the water. Who knows?
That this does materialize into actual muscle proteins and muscle tissue. Together?
What? He said it actually equates to muscle proteins and muscle tissue. Oh, man. Okay.
Tissue. Together, these benefits have been shown to provide a 3-pound boost in lean mass in just 8 to 12 weeks when compared to
What? In lean mass, 3 pounds. Are you talking about contractile proteins? Man, the only time you ever build a contractile protein is when, first of all, you have to have these micro tears. Second, protein synthesis needs to exceed protein breakdown. I don't think that supplement is going to help you exceed protein breakdown. You need to be in positive nitrogen balance. And that supplement ain't putting you in positive nitrogen balance. Yeah, man, I don't think so.
a placebo. For reference, here's what those gains actually look like. And because you only need 5 grams of creatine per day to saturate.
So that little powder is going to build all that muscle. Huh? What? And I told you muscles are post-mitotic. Okay, so what does he mean by that lean mass? Are you talking about contractile proteins? They don't build if you're not in positive nitrogen balance.
For your muscles, it's incredibly cost effective. For an extra 1 pound of lean mass, it's going to cost you a total of $7.70.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's not gonna build any lean mass, that creatine, man. You are imagining things. You're all delusional if you believe that.
Sense. But in order for creatine to make it into S tier on our list, it's going to have to pass 3 criteria. Is there enough scientific research backing it up? How much will you have to spend before you'll build 1 pound of new muscle? Now, creatine scores great on both of those. But the third criteria, are there any negative side effects?
Look, man, creatine can aid when you're trying to build myofibrillars, but that stuff, just exercising and just taking it and doing whatever, it's not going to build anything, man. It's not going to build anything. Sorry. Taking that powder and just exercising is not going to build that muscle.
Where creatine may have a dark side. Now, whenever I've covered creatine in the past, many people reach out in the comments concerned about hair loss from taking it, with some simply refusing to take it at all because of these fears.
Yeah, I should have worn a hat so people would take my...
Think about it. Why is it causing your hair to fall out? What's causing that exactly? Why would it cause it? It's amino acid, right? Well, amino acids, they're building blocks of your body. So why would your hair fall out taking an amino acid? Because it's made up of 3 amino acids, creatine, right? So why would your hair fall out from taking amino acids? It's just weird. Because it's made out of some kind of plant toxic shit. It's toxic, made out of plant toxins. It's not made from animal product, maybe? Hello?
Answer seriously. It all dates back to a single study that found a very tiny fluctuation in a hormone called DHT.
DHT is a hormone associated with hair loss in men.
Maybe that's what's boosting the strength. The hormone is boosting the overall strength, binding with the androgen receptor, giving you force production.
In one study back in 2009, participants who took creatine had higher levels of DHT. So as soon as this paper was published, I'm sure you can imagine, everyone assumed creatine causes hair loss.
Okay.
But when we look closer at the study, we found another explanation. While it's true that at the end of the study, the group taking creatine had higher DHT levels than the placebo group, when you look at the difference between the groups before the study even started, the difference was basically the same. And this means the subjects selected just happened to already have higher levels of DHT.
Great.
However, this was the only study ever done on creatine and hair loss. And so even myself, I still had reservations until now. A study published just this year was the first ever to measure creatine's impact not just on DHT, but on actual hair loss. They found no changes in both DHT and hair follicle health from taking creatine. In other words, you're probably going to lose more hair worrying about the effect of creatine than you ever will from taking it. But before we officially rank creatine, there's still one way you could be taking creatine that would make its effect completely useless. You see, many supplement companies are now rushing to capitalize on creatine's popularity, flooding the market with creatine gummies, candies, and other easy-to-take options. But when independent labs recently started testing these gummies, they often found only a fraction of the creatine that was on the label, sometimes nothing. Now, you might assume it's greedy supplement companies who are just trying to cut corners or rip you off, but the real answer has to do more with chemistry than actual corruption. Shock's headphones are up to actual corruption. You see, when you dissolve creatine in water, it slowly starts breaking down into a new molecule called creatinine, which is basically useless for muscle growth. Now, if you're just mixing creatine into a shake, that's not a problem at all, as there isn't enough time for this breakdown to occur. But when companies dissolve creatine in water in order to inject it into gummies, all that breakdown is slowly continuing as the gummies get shipped to the store, purchased by you, and then sit on your counter. So by the time you finally get around to eating it, there's barely any creatine left. Now, some creatine gummies, they are manufactured in a way that prevents it from this breakdown, but it's hard to tell which ones do versus don't. So if you actually want the full benefits of creatine, your best bet is to stick with the cheapest, most stable form, creatine monohydrate. It can sit in your cupboard for years without losing potency, which is why creatine gummies are dropping all the way down to D tier, whereas creatine monohydrate is going right into S tier. But there is one supplement that might actually dethrone creatine and give my friend Dennis steroid-like strength gains.
Really?
You'll see why later on.
It's gonna give him steroid-like strength gains. Yahoo!
but we still do have 7 popular supplements coming up, with the next one backed by a small army of influencers who swear by its benefits.
It's called turkesterone.
Turkesterone.
Yeah.
A natural anabolic substance.
You look leaner, thicker,
Oh my God, turkesterone, leaner, better, faster, yada yada.
fuller, better.
Now, these influencers are right about one thing.
Oh, yeah?
Turkesterone is a natural steroid, but it's a steroid for plants and bugs called ecdysteroids, and they're produced to protect
Here you
them
go. It's a steroid for plant and bug. So why are you taking it?
against certain insects. So the theory behind it was that if you could package these plant steroids into a supplement and use it
Sure.
in humans, you might see steroid-like gains without the dangerous side effects. But when we looked
Wow, how are they working for him?
into the research to see if these claims were true, we wound up finding the one thing I wasn't expecting.
There's actually a published study in 2023 where they went out and then collected a bunch of turkesterone products just off the shelves, and they did extremely high quality laboratory testing
Oh, they
to
did?
see how much turkesterone was in them.
What'd they find?
And none of the 8 turkesterone products contained even 1% of the labeled turkesterone.
Now, after this blew up,
There you go. It's fake.
most manufacturers did actually
All
start
this shit is fake.
putting turkesterone into their products. But the thing is, even if you are getting the quote unquote good stuff, there's still no promising data to show it actually provides a strong benefit for building muscle. So theoretically,
true.
you could spend thousands of dollars
And if there's nothing to repair and build, then again, it won't work anyway. So what does it matter?
on turkesterone without gaining even 1 additional pound of muscle. Now, to be fair, it is still early, it's a new supplement, and there haven't been too many studies out, which is why for now, we're going to place it in D tier. But if taking a natural steroid won't even help, what about a supplement that researchers did find produced gains almost identical to
Here's a question. Why do you need all these products to build muscles? I thought that if you get a stronger, you get a bigger, right? You lift a weight or walk with a bull on your back and the muscles magically grow. Why do you need all these things? Because muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow. When you take the creatine, what did he say? They fill up with water. Why? Because how come they don't build muscle? Because they fill up with water because muscles are post-mitotic. They do not grow. So you take this creatine, you just blow up water in your muscles like a balloon, like this guy right here posing. He thinks he's so cool. Look at me, mom. Hey. That's not muscles, they don't grow, but you can hypertrophy your muscles. You can increase contractile proteins. But they'll only ever increase if protein synthesis exceeds protein breakdown, and nobody's doing that.
steroids.
Some of these studies were reporting, for example, 7 to 8 kilograms.
You got to eat tons of animal products, and you have to eat a lot if you're trying to build myofibrillar growth. You got to eat in the morning, after your workout, and then still like throughout the day somewhat. You got to eat a lot of protein, man. Yes, people don't understand astronomically high protein because you need to intake more nitrogen that is being expelled.
Grams of lean mass gained over a 12-week study, and this was in people who
What is this lean mass gain? You didn't gain any lean mass. You got slimmer. Didn't you notice he lost body fat? What lean mass? Yeah, I got lean mass. The mass stayed the same because muscles are post-mitotic. Get it? Those are the same muscles you were born with, the same ones you'll die with. This is stupid. He lost body fat. That's about it. Got leaner.
knew what they were doing, trained people lifting weights. Obviously,
Train people lifting weights to do what? To recruit motor units?
any gains of that magnitude are going to catch people's eyes.
What gains? Motor unit gains or myofibrillar growth or sarcoplasmic gains? Which one?
Supplement they were taking
Like their problem is they won't tell you which one it is, man.
is called beta-hydroxy beta-methylbutyric acid, or HM.
Oh, HMB, butyric, whatever. HMB, okay, yeah.
Now, it's actually a substance our bodies already produce naturally to
Oh, really? Our body produces naturally, so why do you need it?
reduce muscle breakdown and increase recovery. Knowing this, researchers were curious about what
It's going to reduce muscle breakdown. Why would you want to reduce muscle protein breakdown? Because your body's building up and breaking down proteins all day. If you reduce it, then you increase damage in your body. It's trying to remove the damaged proteins. You're supposed to replace it with good proteins. Good goes in, bad goes out. Get it? Like oxygen. Oxygen go out, carbon dioxide go out. Get it? From the mouth. Jesus Christ.
Happen if you filled your muscles with double or even triple your natural levels. Would your
Yeah, what would happen if you did that?
gains triple as well?
Would you gain muscle triple as well? No, because muscles are post-mitotic. That's why.
That's actually what these early studies seem to find.
It's a waste of time.
Until people took a closer look.
In the months and years that followed, these papers started to get a lot of scrutiny
These papers, it's a waste of time, man. Muscles are post-mitotic.
from really
That shit doesn't build contractile proteins. If it puts water in your muscle, I don't know.
respected, reputable researchers in the area. I'm saying we have very, very low faith in the results of the.
Of course, because that stuff doesn't build contractile proteins. What builds contractile proteins is positive nitrogen balance when protein synthesis outpaces protein breakdown.
These papers for a variety of reasons.
Now, while the credibility of these studies was
man.
never fully resolved, in every single study that followed it after, no one has ever come close to even getting these results, with HMB having no detectable
No, really?
benefit for trained lifters, but a potential small boost of 1/2 to 1 pound of lean mass in new lifters. And since HMB is relatively cheap as a supplement, a new lifter
New lifters would have gained anything anyways in the beginning.
could gain, in the best case scenario, 1 pound of lean mass with a $20 purchase. Now, I've personally never tried it, but it could be worth experimenting
This
with.
is stupid. You're not going to gain 1 pound or anything. Muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow, dude. What the fuck?
But because of the lack of strong, consistent evidence, we're placing it in C tier. Now, with HMB and
Stupid.
testosterone both underperforming, I think it's time to go with something that should rank pretty high. Protein powder. It's very well studied and safe to use, but it also might be the supplement I've personally wasted the most money on. And to be clear, I do sell my own brand of protein powder at builtwithscience.com, so I do think it's valuable. But when I was younger, I would drink multiple protein shakes a day, hoping I could supercharge my gains. But according to the latest data,
Okay.
I probably would have made just as much progress if I was just throwing one of those extra shakes right into the trash.
Protein really gets its time to shine if you're
Yeah, you need protein, but you need a lot of protein. You need to outpace protein breakdown. That reserve in protein is what's going to build contractile proteins. But you can't build muscle. You can build contractile proteins, but you can't build muscle because muscle is post-mitotic. So the way to actually build up these contractile proteins or myofibrillar growth is by injuring the fiber. You have to do something very specific to injure it. Then you have to let it go through a repair, growth, and remodeling. Get it, dude? Yeah. And protein still needs to outpace protein breakdown during that period of time.
baseline protein intake is low, right? So if you're eating 0.8, 1.0 grams of protein per kilogram of body mass, and you decide you're going to use supplementation to bump that up, we can realistically expect some pretty substantial increases in fat-free mass. On the other side, if you are already at 1.8 grams per kilogram and you decide you're going to start supplementing with protein, we may...
Like, why? I don't understand these people. They think that Jack and the Beanstalk, he went to the market, right? He sold the cow for 3 magic beans, bro. Get it? You think those magic beans were going to build them fucking muscles? The cow was going to build them the muscles, but he sold the cow. The problem with these people, they spend all their money on these useless products when they should have been spending their money on food to build their bodies. See how dumb this is? Oh, I'm going to buy these magic pills. They cost me $100. I'm going to spend 100 here and 65 there and 30 over there and 100 over here. And it's going to build me a muscle. When meanwhile, back at the Bat Cave, you should have been eating at the buffet. Get it?
really not see anything meaningful in terms of additional gains.
Now, I actually just published a whole video that'll tell you exactly how much protein you add.
No kidding. Additional gains. What are you talking about? Zero muscles post-mitotic. If you're talking about contractile proteins, I ain't gonna do shit.
Actually need, but for now, follow this simple rule. Take the total grams of protein you eat in a day and divide it by your body weight in pounds. If that number is below 0.55,
Have you ever noticed how
then
Yeah.
Adding just 1 to 2 scoops of protein per day, especially if each scoop contains 30 grams like ours does, this can help you gain up to an extra 1 to 2 pounds of lean mass over the next 3 months. Now, based on the average cost of most protein
How is it gonna make you over the next couple months build up that mass? And what kind of mass is it? Sarcoplasmic or myofibrillar? If it's myofibrillar, how's it gonna make you build it? That's not enough. It has to outpace protein breakdown. What are you talking about?
powders, that means you're going to be spending about $77 to gain 1 new pound of lean mass. Now, you could just get
You're
that
better off going to some buffet in the U.S. for $5 throughout the week for that $70. Get your money's worth and build your body. It's a waste of time.
protein from chicken instead, and it would cost about the same.
Yeah.
But you need to eat this much chicken breast to match the 29 grams of protein in
Holy
the
shit! And where I live, I could buy like for $7 I could buy a fleet of fucking chicken, like chicken legs. Huh. That's gonna build muscle, or should I say, contractile proteins.
scoop. And especially when you're eating out, it's hard to know the exact amount of protein you're actually getting unless you're using my Build with Science Plus app to scan your meal, which instantly gives you a full breakdown of all the nutrients. Plus, protein
It's gonna give you a full breakdown of all the nutrients. Well, animal products are not deficient in any nutrients, so why do you need that?
powder is just way more convenient, it's tasty, and has the
It's lazy and it's cheap and it's peasant food, man. Peasant slave food.
highest quality amino acid profile out of any protein source. So while yes, it's pricier than creatine, based on our criteria list,
Whatever.
it's still enough to place protein powder firmly in A tier. However, not all protein powders are created equal. So could the type of protein you choose move that A tier up or down?
You need quality protein for sure.
Well, for years I would have said that whey protein, made from cow's milk, is the king of protein powder, and easily
Yeah, it's considered a waste product, but yeah, it's still made out of animal products.
a tier above any plant-based protein. Because study
Of
after
course. Do vegans take that? Then they're not vegan anymore.
study showed higher muscle protein synthesis right after taking whey compared to plant alternatives. But new research shows that doesn't tell us the full story. You see, when scientists looked at longer-term studies that measured actual muscle growth, they found plant-based proteins can be just as effective, as long as you're getting enough total protein from a variety of sources.
You could go completely vegan or completely animal source with your proteins, and you'll probably end up at the same place.
Which places plant protein also in A tier. But first, what if we paired protein powder with a ton of extra carbs? Say hello to mass gainer.
Basically, you're looking at a protein shake and you're looking at a whole bunch of other calories, right? So these usually have a little bit of fat, a whole lot of carbohydrate, either coming from sugar or maltodextrin. So they say you're going to take a serving of this, and by the time you're done, you're going to have consumed like 1,000 calories. That's pretty much the promise.
Now, for some guys who struggle to put on size, this promise might be appealing, like my friend Brandon. When I tried to help Brandon bulk up last year, we quickly ran into
We helped them bulk up, even though muscles are post-mitotic. So we helped them get fat and then get skinny again. Okay.
a problem. Even at just 13% body fat, Brandon was barely ever hungry, and it felt like I literally had to force feed him to help him bulk up. But if
Yeah, that's it. Feed them some peasant slave food there, bread and buns and shit and all that garbage food.
I got him to drink even just half a serving of
Oh, and you bought him a nice waste product, animal waste product. Probably, yeah. Well, he said whey, right? I guess he bought him something. Bought him this waste product, whey, whatever, bro. I don't know, man. This is just whatever.
mass gainer a day, that's an easy 500 calorie daily boost, which in his case could lead to an extra pound of size per week.
And at the end of the day, you are paying quite a premium for what is essentially a
Yeah.
protein shake with a whole bunch of sugar. Why not just a normal
There you go. A protein shake with a bunch of sugar, which is going to spike insulin and it's going to prevent you from building any contractile proteins. You'll do the opposite. Yeah. And a lot of sugar, I guess the amount of sugar that's be circulating in there will probably most likely convert to glycogen and then load in the sarcoplasm. Yeah.
protein shake and a
So you make just fake muscles out of this shit.
candy bar?
Now, depending on how often you're taking
You can't catch up with the breakdown. Protein has to exceed protein breakdown. So you have to exceed the breakdown of these proteins, breaking down, building up, breaking down all day long. Are you exceeding it doing that? This guy eating a piece of chocolate, taking a little drink. but you're not even putting effort into it. You're putting effort in your workout to break down proteins, but you're not putting any effort to build them up. This is stupid.
In mass gainer, your total cost to gain just 1 pound of lean mass could be anywhere from $50 to over $300.
I would have to put it, I think I would go with a B.
B tier, okay.
Yeah, at the end of the day, will it work? Yes. Is it the best way to do it? Probably not.
So if mass gainer is losing points for cost, I want to test a supplement that only cost me $25 from a local drugstore. Fish oil. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, we typically associate fish oil with heart and brain health. In my case, the terrible flavor when my mom would feed me a spoonful before school every morning. But new research makes me wonder if my mom was actually providing me with the secret sauce for adding muscle.
There's been some research indicating that very high doses can help acutely with recovery from very intense training sessions that might be able to increase hypertrophy or
What type of hypertrophy?
muscle growth, generally speaking.
Muscle growth. First he says it will help with hypertrophy, but then he says muscle growth. Well, it's not going to grow muscles because muscles are post-mitotic. Fuck it, man. But yeah, can it help with hypertrophy? It can aid, but it itself is not going to hypertrophy the muscles. Unless, of course, it puts water in it. That can hypertrophy it.
What they tend to find is it may have a small positive effect, particularly in older people.
Now, in younger adults, the effect was much smaller.
Whatever, man. That little pill isn't going to do jack shit, man. Protein needs to exceed protein breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar, or forget it.
For older, untrained adults, taking 2 grams per day of omega-3s over 12 to 24 weeks.
The little magic pills, bro. This is Jack and the Beanstalk. I traded my cow for magic beans. Give me a break.
Increased lean mass in some cases by up to...
Oh my God. It increased lean mass. What mass? Lean mass. Those little pills build contractile proteins? Bro. Protein synthesis needs to outpace protein breakdown. Positive nitrogen balance. To see that mass on that myofibrillar, ain't no little omega-3s going to build any mass. This is stupid.
1 to 2
Food has omega-3 in it. Meat has it in it. So does fish.
pounds. So for the right individual, this adds up to a cost of about $105 to gain 1 pound of lean mass. But
See, there you go. Might as well go to the buffet and eat.
most people, even though it is a great supplement I recommend for overall health, for actual muscle growth benefits, it's going to have to land
For actual muscle growth benefits, zero. Muscles, they don't grow. They're post-mitotic.
in C tier. Now, you all know that one of the most powerful supplements for muscle growth is steroids, which work in part by increasing
Steroids do not build muscles because muscles are post-mitotic. Christ.
testosterone levels.
When scientists say that steroids do not build muscles, they mean it. It doesn't build muscles. Muscles can only hypertrophy the sarcoplasm or the contractile proteins. That's it, bro. Get it? That's it.
What if, instead of taking steroids,
shit.
you just took a testosterone booster?
So there have been studies that have kind of done all the math of what kind of a testosterone increase you would need in order to really move the needle in terms of total muscle mass and this kind of normal physiological range.
Yeah, when protein synthesis outpaces protein breakdown, that's when.
You really don't do a whole lot unless you're going from like 300 to 1,000.
So while some testosterone boosters do
my
give
God.
you a boost, you're looking at most of an increase of about 15%. Now, while this may be beneficial for your mood and libido if you're currently on the low end, for muscle growth, it's not anywhere near enough of a boost to make an actual difference. Plus, considering that some testosterone boosters in the market have been shown to be completely ineffective, I'm throwing these into F tier. However,
They are.
these into F tier.
F tier.
However, I should mention that there are some testosterone support products that contain a few key micronutrients like boron, magnesium, and zinc.
Really?
And if you don't get enough of these, then studies have shown supplementing with them can not only boost your testosterone and your overall well-being, but improve muscle growth as well. But these supplements
How is it going to improve muscle growth? Muscles, they don't grow, bro. Get it? What part does this guy not understand, man? Holy shit.
only help if you're not
Testosterone is not going to build your muscles. It can draw in glycogen and shit and increase some proteins, That's about it. It can aid in that in protein synthesis. But without sufficient amount of protein, you being in positive nitrogen balance, forget it.
Not getting enough of them through your diet. Now, one way to tell if you are is with a blood test, but a much easier way
my God.
is just to log all your meals into a fitness app, like our Built with Science Plus
Whatever.
app, which we recently upgraded to show you a complete breakdown of all your micronutrients. So you'll know exactly which ones you're getting too much of, or in this case, too little of. And so if it turns out you log your food and you are deficient, then supplementing with a testosterone support or anything that contains these key micronutrients is enough to move this all the way up to B tier. Which leads me to our final supplement on our list, and the one that I believe can produce steroid-like results, but without any of the side effects.
Yes.
What's even crazier is we've actually known about the benefits of this supplement for decades.
Okay.
In 1972, researchers recruited well-trained college athletes. Now, for
right.
the first 8 weeks, the researchers just put them on a standard training program
God.
and tracked their progress. In these 8 weeks, their bench press improved by an average of 4.5 kilograms, while their squat improved by 2.7 kilograms. Not bad. But
So what? They got better at lifting, but did they build any contractile proteins?
for the next 4 weeks, they were given the secret sauce.
During the supplementation period
Okay.
of only 1 month, bench press increased by 13.3 kilograms and squat increased by 18.9 kilograms.
Okay, they got better at doing these exercises, taking some supplement. All right.
So we're talking about 3 to 7 times greater gains in half the time right after the
What gains?
initial gains were made.
The results from the study were so shocking that I had to test it for myself using my friend Dennis. I was only able to get a sample, like through Eric, so apparently. It smells good. So what is this magic supplement I'm giving Dennis?
Yeah, what is it? It's not a cow. What is this magic supplement?
This is a special sample. It makes it feel really
It's a
unique.
special powder.
Yeah, so in this particular
It's got special powers to build muscles.
study, the supplement was a placebo.
You see, every college athlete in the original
There you go.
study, they believed that they were taking an approved
They
steroid,
just worked out harder.
and then proceeded to lift heavier and heavier with confidence. And right now, Dennis believes he's testing a new supplement called Muscle Max 100. A product that I've told him will increase oxygen to his muscles to help him bang out PRs on every exercise, as long as he gives it 10 minutes to kick in.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it tastes good. This is like apple or something, right? Sour apple.
And for reference, these are Dennis's current PRs in
He took a magic pill and then he thought, I should work harder. He's like, I'm going to work harder to get my gains. Well, he would have worked, if he had worked harder, then he probably would have got those lifts, higher lifts. I don't know. He's not lifting so much. So was it the supplement? No, it was just him.
pull-ups, dumbbell press, and squats.
Freaking pull out. Yes, I couldn't even do one.
Whatever.
Your record on here is 2.
And at the end of the day, what was really causing the effects was they expected effects.
Keep your core tight. Let's go.
Oh my god. Fine.
Your record
He got better at doing it.
is 2.
Weird.
What kind of drug is it?
They believed in themselves. They got in the gym every day. They trained their ass off. And they really believed, I'm going to be stronger today than I was yesterday. And they believed that day after day after day.
Again, no, just like what I said earlier,
Yeah, but they didn't get stronger because they didn't build any muscle.
is I don't feel the fatigue and I don't feel the burn as much. Especially when I finish a set, it feel like nothing. I feel like I didn't do anything.
He's still skinny and weak.
Dennis is in full belief.
He can't produce any kinetic energy. He's weak because he's small.
But the real challenge will be squats. And if you want to give yourself the same belief and confidence in your own workouts, that is exactly why we've designed Built with Science Plus. Every single week, it's going to tell you exactly what to eat and what workouts to do.
Did his body structure get a little bit stronger? Well, yeah, because there's chemical reaction in the muscles and in the bone. They can strengthen themselves, you know what I mean? Kind of strengthen themselves. Yeah, get some bone mineral density, whatever, a bit. He's lifting weights for sure, but not a lot.
based on the latest science and how your body is responding.
Oh, yeah?
It not only guides you with proper form on every single exercise,
Oh, it
but it
does,
pushes you just the right amount to help you set PR
Oh, cool.
every single week. Let's go. It's a personal coach in your pocket, which is how our members of all different body types and experience levels have seen incredible results following the simple plan the app creates for them. To try it for
There
2
you
weeks
go.
free, just scan this QR code or head to builtwithscience.com and you're going to start setting PRs just like Dennis is right
I'm on my way, man. I'm doing it right now.
now.
Yeah.
He actually jumped up
Yeah.
his normal weight from 60 pounds to 70 pounds
Okay.
just because he believes he's gotten stronger. So I'm curious how he's going to
All right,
react
all right.
when I tell him the
Right.
truth. The only thing...
The only thing what? Unlock the power of a is fake. It is fake.
You have to read the fine print.
Probably knew it anyway.
I think you said it the best earlier. It's the power of the mind. It's the power of the mind. So I got pranked. You got pranked. And while Dennis may never forgive me for this, he did hit 3 major PRs just on belief alone, placing our placebo
Wow. Okay. But he didn't build any muscle, though. He got a PR.
into S+.
So what was the point of taking the powder? I thought it was to build muscle. Didn't build any muscle. He just got better at lifting. Okay.
So you are saying the real story is in your mind.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like factory workers and furniture movers. It's in their mind. Mind control. Yeah, okay.
The truth is, even the best supplements only account for a very small amount of growth. You'll easily get 5, maybe
Small amount of growth is zero growth, man. They can aid in myofibrillar. I don't know about sarcoplasmic, possibly. I don't know.
even 10 times the gains by dialing in the other aspects of your
Okay.
training, your nutrition, and your recovery. And for a complete muscle building blueprint that'll show you exactly how to do just that without costing you a penny, check out this video next.
Yeah, I'm on my way checking it out. Man, these are the kind of videos these influencers they put out. Have convinced you you're going to build muscles, this and that. And in the end, he didn't build any muscle. He just got better at lifting a weight, taking some kind of magic powder, bro. And even then, it wasn't fake anyway. So like he said, it was fake placebo. Man, this is just a joke. This channel is a joke. And this whole workout thing was just definitely a joke. It's ridiculous. I have no clue what is going on here. You tell me, man. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends. It's crazy.